What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Addicted to Madden channel. Got another gameplay for you. We got the Dolphins at the Browns. I'm the Dolphins, he's the Browns. The first time I played against the Browns, I think in quite a few Maddens. I actually used the Browns for a little bit in last year's Madden, and but otherwise it's very, very rare that you'll see somebody using the Browns. So when he came out and selected the Browns, I figured he must be good, because otherwise who's going to use the Browns? I mean, they don't really have anything. They don't really have any spectacular players. So unless he's from Cleveland, I figured this guy must be pretty good. So from the jump, I'm basically respecting his gameplay, and I start off with the ball, and I do a pretty good job of eating up a pretty good amount of clock here. I mean, we're already almost done with the first quarter, and that play right there, that overthrow on the screen pass, which made me have to settle for a field goal, I honestly think was the biggest play of this game. If you caught the title, it was called the spiraling, and spoiler alert, I don't win this game. And after that play, everything just sort of spiraled out of control for me. Now, even though I stopped him there, he went for it on fourth down. In fact, he ran it instead of trying to throw it. And I mean, this game, I've never seen this happen in a game before, where things just went completely out of control. But Tannehill all of a sudden wasn't accurate anymore. This punt right here, which looked like it was about to go out at the 7, takes a nice bounce into the end zone, so he gets it at the 20. At this point, I'm thinking I should be winning 14-0. I had 2 possessions. I usually score touchdowns on my possessions. I hardly ever do I have to settle for field goals, and even rarer than that do I actually have to punt. So this game really could have been 14-0. And his style, he was very run heavy. I mean, he threw very little passes. A very, very run heavy game. Very run heavy like style that he plays, and which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, however you move the ball is however you move the ball. If you want to milk the clock, that's fine. But it just seemed like everything was going his way and especially after that play. I mean, we're already under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and I guess when you play with somebody that likes to run the ball a lot, the games go by pretty fast. So because the clock keeps moving, which is fine. Right there was a screen pass that, I was able to stop, but it should have been eaten up even better than that. But so he continues on to just go ahead and just run the ball, and he's pretty much going to just run out this clock. So he did a good job of time management, which is fine. So I'm trying to do something with this. Like I said, I like to score at the end of each half. I want to be the last one with the ball, but he gave me very little time to be able to do that. So I'm trying to get something, maybe something to happen, maybe get in a field goal range or something. But I just couldn't get anything to go against this guy. When I did have people open, the ball seemed to not go there, or they just didn't catch it. And so I ended up punting it back to him, and we're in the second half now, and he gets the ball, but it's still only 7-3. So I still have a chance. He's only down. A touchdown would give me the lead. He hasn't really shown me anything spectacular, and that's what's giving me some hope. It's not like he's not like the last guy I played that basically had an unstoppable offense where, if I turn the ball over once, or you have to punt even just one time, then that's basically the game. I mean, he hasn't shown me anything at all that would indicate that I can't come back and win this game. He's got a good running game, and he's good at milking the clock, but other than that, nothing spectacular. His defense, it is what it is. There's nothing spectacular about that. It's just that my guys just weren't catching the ball. People just weren't making plays when it was there. So it's 7-3, almost halfway through the third quarter, and he's sticking to his game plan, which is basically just run, and again, nothing wrong with that at all. It's hard to stop. I always come out in quarter defense, and obviously quarter defense is not a run-stopping defense, but I like to stay in that defense just because in case you do try to pass the ball, I want to be prepared for that. but he didn't take the bait. He just ran it. So I mean, that was good on his part. Most people eventually start passing anyways, but he was smart enough to just keep running the ball. So and so that, I mean, he did a good job with that. And there were times, just guys not getting open, me making some bad play calls, but when people were open, I mean, that was a good catch there. But there were times when I would have guys open and then they don't catch the ball, or at least they don't catch it when I need it. So he's up 14-3, and I'm moving down the field. At this point, I really, now I am down by 2 scores. So now I have to basically go no huddle, and then I'm gonna have to really get aggressive to try to stop this run. And right there was a pick that I was hoping. I passed lead down, so the ball should have cut, like in front of that safety, but it still went right at the safety. And I'm not sure why it did, but that's the beginning of the spiral. I mean, after this, because at this point I'm down by 2 scores. Now I have to get over aggressive to stop this guy. I got to run commit every time. But then now he knows that I have to do that, so now he just, he's like I said, he was a good player. He was like sneaky good. It was like in the beginning he was just running the ball, not really doing anything spectacular. But now he knows where I am in this game. He knows what I have to do to come back. So he knows I'm going to be doing run commit. Otherwise, he's just going to continue to run the ball. But then if you run commit, you leave yourself open to to get beat over the top. So. Now that I'm watching this video, I saw that wheel route that seemed to be open, and I'm not sure why I didn't throw that. But we're in the 4th quarter already. It's 21-3. I mean, and even though I've made some good comebacks, it just doesn't seem like I'm gonna be able to come back from this one. I mean, he's pretty much doing a drop zone at this point. He's leaving the sidelines open, so I'm able to get those wheel routes. But nevertheless, I'm gonna need a lot more than that. And you get right there, he gets a fumble, he gets a sack fumble, and then he takes this all the way down for a touchdown. And that's the kind of thing. I mean, when these kind of things happen, there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, as the quarterback, when you get sacked, you can't control if you're going to fumble the ball or not. I mean, even when you're the running back and they have they're the ball carrier at all, and they have that cover the ball button, that doesn't exist when you're a quarterback in the pocket. So you can fumble the ball anytime you get sacked. It's just kind of up to the computer, and that's just kind of how it seemed in this game. It just seemed like everything was just kind of going his way. And I'm not trying to take it away from him. I'm not trying to say that he wasn't a good player, because he was. I want to say he was sneaky good. He wasn't like obvious good, like where he was coming out with all these crazy plays and these passes and stuff like that and doing no huddle. No, he was just playing like basically like basic football, really. So that was another over the top that he got me with, because again, he knew that I had to run commit, and he hit me over the top. I had left cover 2 man, hoping that that the safety wouldn't get beat, but he got beat. So he's already at the he's already in the red zone, and we're more than halfway through the 4th quarter. He hits me with a screen there, and he scores. So it's 35-10, and I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that concedes defeat. I mean, I'm still gonna, even though I can't imagine a miracle that would save this. And then right there's another pick, and the guy that I was throwing to, I led him to the outside. For some reason, it still went in, and that's just kind of what I was. It just seemed like nothing was working for me this game. So I mean, he won the game. And I've been beaten this bad since I think Madden 12. There was one time I got beaten Madden 12 this bad, but then he scores another touchdown. So I got really frustrated, and if you caught that message, I sent him a message, and I just said, it sucks losing to the computer, because it felt like the computer beat me. It didn't feel like he really did anything specific to me. I mean, there wasn't. And I still maintain that. I mean, he didn't do anything crazy. I mean, he didn't. It's not like he had a crazy good offense or anything like that. It just felt like the computer was really trying to help him. But nevertheless, I mean, he was good. After I cooled down, I eventually sent him a message just saying, "Never mind, man. Good game." I mean, I was really upset. And these kind of things happen to the best of us. Even good Madden players sometimes. You'll get blasted, and it's just something you deal with. So at the end, out of frustration, I basically just started running the ball, just because I was tired of getting picked off. And so like I said, he responded to me, and then I just said, never mind, good game.